doing something out here. I don't know, what, like a jack thing or something like this. So, oh, I should have put Vaseline on my legs. I feel like the best mixture is my one lotion with my baby oil gel, but I don't know. I can't find my baby oil gel. It's making me sad. I had to buy another one, I guess. So yeah. So what we were talking about earlier is like these cock blocking females. I can't tell if these are males or females. To be honest with you, I don't know what they have between their legs, but it's just like these mother figures want me. I don't know why. Maybe because I resemble my dad, or I don't know. It's something weird like this. I don't know. And then, you have these men that have this complex against me. They're either, I didn't even think this was even all how it was in the spirit realm. They just want something from me, but whatever they take, they give it to their women, and then these women use it spiritually to try to block me or hate or shine on me or something. Like I don't know what this is, because if you think about it, this is not the way that they describe this story in the Bible when it comes to Jesus or Christ. But a lot of times the Christ energy or element is left out because I feel like people want you to worship a man or something. Like the battle cry or the war cries of the feminine energy, that's the Christ, never really gets to speak her piece. And when she does, then they want to disconnect the Christ from the Jesus and just have a Jesus. It's like some shit like this, right? So like, I keep hearing dearly departed. I keep on hearing when I leave you, okay? So I don't know. This could be a fire sign feminine energy that I kind of look at this person as kind of feminine, okay? But it is a clone energy of this masculine, the main masculine. So I'm also picking up that a masculine energy might be a great grand warlock, and that he's brought himself back in every form that he needs so that he doesn't need the feminine aspect. It's something like this. And I feel like somebody feels bad about this now because they can't stop watching someone. Yeah, they can't stop watching somebody. You know, it's kind of like torturous or whatever to be. And I feel like that's what somebody wants somebody to feel, to be here, to know who you are. You have all this power, but there's nobody. It's like everybody want to like stick you in the middle somewhere or stick you in the corner somewhere. Like you really don't matter while they feed off your energy. It's really weird. It's like somebody let you. It's like standing at not even a crossroads, a crossroad, but a cliff. And then since people have been harboring the energy or information or playing in your mental, it's like all the information and tools that you need to survive and take this path, somebody has collected them up and dispersed them out to many people to just so that I wouldn't get whatever this blessing is. I feel like it's an inheritance. Keys to something. Somebody's blocking someone tremendously. And I really feel like it's something about, I feel like this like Hayoka energy. These like, I don't know. Skinwalker energies or something. Like I don't know. But the only thing I could pick up when I was doing research about that is that these people, they may have been abandoned from their tribes because, or kicked out from their tribes because they were practicing cannibalism. And to me, cannibalism and those type of things could also be like a ritualistic thing where people have their inheritance or they have their gifts, but they also want yours, or they want your body, or they want your soul, or I don't know. It's something like this. I don't know. But I feel like my energy can't be like I'm a whole energy. These people can't really do it, but it's if I have to deal with this shit for the rest of my life, you know what I'm saying? I don't like it. I don't like it. Like it's something about like a cleansing or something. And it's a shame because a lot of people don't, we're in this time where all this stuff is going on, and a lot of people haven't been raised around their regular people. Some of us are probably those orphan children that were put on them trains and trafficked around the nation and dropped off with other parents. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some people even were taken from tribes or whatever at an early age, and you ended up with a different family. This could be like arch nemesis family of your family or something. Like, I don't know, guys. All right, but we're gonna pull some cards just to see if we can pick up on energy. It's making me think about one book with the native myths and things like this, and one of those stories in there about the people that don't die. Okay, so I don't know if some of these energies are just looking for a body. And they prey on those who are already isolated, or what I call biblically, when they talk about the island of Patmos or the island or somebody being an island, I feel like that's somebody that has been broken away from family and friends, and they're a powerhouse on their own, but these energies know that, good and bad, and it knows. It's just like the lack of knowledge. I keep hearing that my people are perishing because of the lack of knowledge. So it's the lack of knowledge of who you are, what beings, galactic, whatever. It's just some shit like this. I just can't put my finger on it. And I've obtained a lot of knowledge, but I feel like with AI and with the tech energy, somebody has drained my cup. Somebody has drained my Ace of Cups. And I feel like it's one of these men that want some other, it's like what I call from the Build a Bitch workshop. These feminines that I can see them transforming these feminines into me right in front of my, like they have me locked up so that they can rebuild me in somebody else. It's weird. It's the weirdest fucking thing, man. So somebody, and I feel like one of these twin flames or so-called divine masculines, like they're on like some grudge holding something, or this is somebody that's jealous of my energy, so they want me to feel like I don't have no power no more, because I feel like a masculine energy has passed on. I feel like I lost 3 powerful father figures, or forefathers, or feather. That's that feather energy to me, because it's like I'm picking up on a masculine that attracts these women. Okay, they could be witches or sorceresses. Somebody that might have had a lot of women. Now, while this person was here, there was protection, right? I felt protected, but like these women want to, like, I don't know, as men and women that could be jealous of the fact that if we think about the world card and that woman standing there naked in the middle of the world card, it's like she's been watched. She's supposed to be in like a belt or a ring or something like this of protection. But if you look at that card, the leaves, or sometimes it look like green eyes around her, it's supposed to be a protective barrier. But I feel like somebody found a way to penetrate that, to do spell work on somebody, to try to mind control or manipulate or something like this. All right, so they would hate that this person is, that's my apple of God's eye energy, right? And then we have the rest of the beings, like the eagle, the American eagle, or the Anunnaki energy in the right hand corner. We have man in the left hand corner. We have the beast of the chattel, like the Taurus or chattel energy in the bottom left corner. And then you have the lions, or the lions of Judah, or the royal priesthood of Judah, with the Leo energy in the right. So it's like my energy contains all of those fucking energies, but it's almost like if you look at Christ swaddled in that basket, that's the same energy that the world card energy is in. It looks like she's laying in a basket. And it's like these people have watched me grow up since a child. They've About 2 years ago, I felt the penetration of these people in my energetic field. But I feel like it was like rape and pillage. They took everything, or the essence or material or information that I've gained, and just dispersed it. It's just what it is. And it's like that energy is feeding their flocks for them to also, it's like an anti-Christ, anti-body, anti, like autoimmune deficiency. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. And it's like people not respecting sacred places, sacred things, or something like this. But it's like a defiance here, I feel, against God or a higher or a great spirit. It's like a defiance, like to show somebody that they're not that, like they don't have nothing on science and technology. That's just what I feel. Right? Yeah, because look, with the eye in reverse, this is telling me that somebody's attacking somebody's third eye, or your crown lacuna, or your crown chakra. The third eye, I feel like that's what they're doing. Like, some of these people have a calcified pineal gland, right? And I feel like this is a way for other energies to, when we're talking about in the Bible, they hiding behind the rocks. I feel like these are energies that invade people's person, right? So it's kind of like a masquerade. Like the people around you are not who they seem, okay? And I feel, okay, yeah. So, all right, so here we go back to that newt energy. Because, she's like the galaxy that's arched over these entities. And when we're talking about Egyptian energy, she's like the mother of something. And these people are feeding from her breast, okay? All right. Like Geb and Newt, okay? The funny thing about that is when I was leaving my house yesterday, my Taurus was talking to the neighbor, okay? And I think he was telling her something about the house or whatever, that we were leaving or whatever, and he was telling her something about the house. But when I looked at her, like I saw her digging, okay, oh my God, there's definitely a Mary presence here, okay? Oh, her name is Mary, right? For the past 3 days, I've been picking up on energy of somebody wants me to play a Mary part. Like this could be some kind of galactic something that's involved with this, of some type of pregnancy. Somebody wants somebody to carry a child or something here. All right. Now, when I was leaving, I noticed she'd be out her garden all the time. And I saw her, the other day I saw her, it was a song that called like In My Backyard that came in my Pandora feed. And I saw her digging in her back. Like that day when that song came on, it was for like 2 years I've been channeling through music. This song never came on, but I saw her digging in. All right, because I told y'all on two sides of my house, there's something about both sides. The one lady, the older lady, she's really close to my Taurus, and her name is Mary. And the older man that just moved out of his house because they said that he was getting dementia, his name was Joseph, right? And they were like the first two people on that block in that neighborhood that I live in, right? But I noticed that she was digging in her backyard. She was like digging in her backyard in the back part. And I know there's something very freaky about it. I don't know, y'all. It just tripped me out. So when we were pulling out yesterday, when she was talking to him, I looked at her face and I'm like, oh my God, that don't even look like her. I promise you guys, on everything I love, I looked at my neighbor and my chest went cold because she, that was not her. I don't care what you say. Something happened, man. That listen. And as these helicopters and stuff are flying by, right? This is what I was thinking when I pulled out of my driveway. Because I was looking at her flower beds and I was looking at her bushes because Taurus had me waiting in the car for a while. And I noticed that one bush in her front yard is like a shorter bush, right? And she keeps her stuff landscaped. And I noticed that it looked like a woman's belly, a pregnant belly. And there's two red bushes on both sides that kind of look like breasts. You know, it reminded me of like, if you've ever looked at like the anatomy of a woman's breast when she's pregnant, and it's these little red like things in there. I don't know, guys. I don't know. And then we have milk here. So I don't know if somebody's trying to blind me in my sleep or in my dreams because I felt that later. I mean, this could be going on with other people too. So somebody can have access to something. Like, this don't have to be milk. Now, it could be. But because we know about Egyptian stories that have to do with these men that come and they drink from this woman's breast to get themselves empowered, right? But this could be something else from your body, your blood, something about your DNA plasma or something like this. Somebody wants you to be blind while they, again, siphon or cipher energy here. Look, for your vision. I'm telling you, somebody is trying to get in somebody's Akashic records or something like this. Like memories, something like this. Somebody wants your, wow. It's almost like a destiny swap. But these people have been able to do this for 2 life cycles already. Listen, I'm not even tripping. We got the eye in reverse here. So the first time you could have been blinded with this process, because I got 3 cards out here just yet. The second time they were feeding off of somebody. You could have been still blinded. This time with Virginia Woolf here, somebody's supposed to have vision. And I think that Virginia Woolf is the female that, because of her gifts, people shun her from her community or something too. So that could be a Christ-like energy as well. And she went on a road with a group of men and they stayed in like boarding houses and stuff like that. And they worked on like some type of experimental something here with her gifts, okay? I think that that's Virginia Woolf, if I'm not mistaken. But it was something about her gifts here. And if you look at this, you see this vine here? This vine is making me think of like the divine energy, or these flowers energy, these females. That could be like a cluster, or this divine energy. Could have something to do with divine. I'm hearing divine retribution here. Because again, these could be women that have gone through this process of being powerhouses, but being blinded, and people, it's almost like somebody else being held in high honor or as a privileged lady in somebody else's steed or something like this, okay? So we have something about the bees, okay? Or bees in a trap. This also gives me this energy of like, some people could be cloned or something and they can have a version of you in a trap house. And that could be suffice for these people, right? Meaning they don't need to be in your energy, or they don't need to assist you anymore. They've got everything that they need. So they can just create something in the likeness of you. And this also has to do with like real life identity theft. Like somebody's trying to assume somebody's whole identity here, okay? And it's so freaky. Because somebody could be wearing like gloves or something to cover their tracks from flipping a house in reverse. This could be like your house, like the house of Judah, the house of representatives. Because if you think about the house of what are they representing? Just like the Supreme Court, I feel like they deal with many things, but in a spiritual essence, behind the scenes, they're sorcery. And the Supreme Court also is supposed to be dealing with supreme beings, I feel. That's what they don't talk about. Okay. So I don't know if these bees, it just fell out again in reverse here. Because I told you it's something here like about the hive is attacking the queen bee. Say if the queen bee is she's built different. She's like an empress compared to the other bees.